This chimpanzee did not defend his group. He removed a predator from the ecosystem. Not once, not by instinct, but systematically. And no one noticed. Until the forest stopped behaving normally. There is a photograph taken in the Mahale Mountains. It shows a chimpanzee sitting alone on exposed rock at dawn, completely still, facing empty forest. He is not resting. Chimpanzees do not sit like this. They do not watch nothing for hours. By midday, he still hadn't moved. Researchers logged the behavior as an anomaly. They did not understand it yet. What followed was not aggression in the way we imagine it. It was not emotional. It was procedural. Something had shifted in the structure of the forest, and one individual recognized it before anyone else. Before this continues, comment your city and country. I want to know how far these patterns travel. The Mahale Mountains host one of the most studied chimpanzee populations on Earth. For decades, the system was stable. Hierarchies were clear. Territories were defended through displays, not constant violence. Males formed coalitions. Females raised offspring in protected zones. Leopards existed in the system, but at a distance. They hunted at night. They avoided adult males. Predation happened, but rarely. The forest followed rules. Morning foraging, midday rest near water, evening movement toward established sleeping sites. Violence, when it occurred, was ritualized. It maintained order. Then there was one male. Field notes identified him only as M7. He was not dominant, not large, not socially influential. In early observations, he was unremarkable. He groomed appropriately, deferred when necessary, joined patrols without leading them. Except for one thing. While other males traveled in clusters, M7 consistently lagged behind, 50 to 100 meters, always alone. Researchers assumed personality variation. Some chimpanzees are simply less social. For 18 months, nothing suggested otherwise. Then, the leopard killings began. The first body was found near a watercourse. A juvenile leopard. Dead. Left in the open. Blunt force trauma to the skull and chest. Bite marks consistent with chimpanzees. Limbs partially disarticulated. The team classified it as defensive killing. A known pattern. A leopard gets too close. Adult males mob it. Case closed. No one asked why the body had been dragged 40 meters. No one questioned why it was placed on a fallen log, visible from multiple approach angles. 3 weeks later, another leopard was found dead. This one was an adult female, healthy, killed at night. Chimpanzees do not hunt at night. Yet the body lay less than 200 meters from the main sleeping site. Again, blunt trauma, again, moved after death. The explanations still fit existing models. Predator pressure, territorial overlap, resource scarcity. Everything made sense, until someone reviewed the camera traps. In several dusk frames, M7 appeared alone, moving along ridgelines that bordered leopard travel corridors. His posture was different, low, deliberate. He was not foraging. He was not returning to the group. He was tracking. The note was made, not emphasized. Strange behavior is meaningless until it becomes pattern. The third leopard died 6 weeks later. This time, there were witnesses. 3 observers heard unfamiliar vocalizations from a ravine at dawn. Not alarm calls, not food signals. Low, repetitive, sustained. They approached carefully. M7 was alone. Below him, a leopard was cornered against a rock face. Alive. Injured. One rear leg disabled. M7 held a stripped branch. Each time the leopard attempted lateral movement, M7 descended slightly, struck once, then returned to elevation. He was not attacking. He was controlling space. The process continued for 40 minutes. When the observers made noise, M7 withdrew immediately. No display, no vocalization. The leopard escaped into cover. What the observers had seen did not fit any model. Chimpanzees mob predators. They do not isolate them. They do not use tools this way. This was not defense. This was method. At this point, Do you think this is intelligence or something else entirely? Records were reanalyzed. Leopard numbers hadn't increased, they had declined. 4 confirmed deaths in 5 months, 2 additional disappearances. M7's movement was no longer an anomaly, it was a schedule. He traveled alone at dusk, intercepted leopard corridors, altered terrain, broken branches, shifted visual landmarks. Leopards rely on environmental predictability. M7 was corrupting it. He was not reacting to threats. He was manufacturing vulnerability. Researchers expanded their historical review. Years earlier, 3 infant chimpanzees had disappeared at night, all from the same maternal line. M7's family. Leopard predation on infants is rare, but documented. These attacks clustered in time and space. 1 leopard, repeated success. M7 had been too young to respond then. By the time he matured, the leopard was likely gone. So he did not target an individual. He targeted the category. From age 6, he slept at the periphery. From 7, he traveled at twilight. From 8, he investigated leopard sign. By 9, the killings became systematic, not rage, not revenge, correction. Remove leopards, remove risk. The logic was simple, the execution was relentless. Leopard presence collapsed. Females ranged farther. Patrols decreased, the system adapted, but M7 did not stop. He expanded outward, projecting a perimeter. Silently, he never vocalized, never recruited, never displayed. 2 systems emerged, one visible, one invisible, and the invisible one was winning. The group began to fragment, not from scarcity, from misplaced safety. Females followed zones M7 cleared, not him. The absence of fear he created. Younger males imitated the outcome, not the method. 2 were injured, 1 disappeared. Grooming networks weakened, stress indicators rose, infant mortality increased, not from predators, but accidents. The system that protected them collapsed under its own success. By the 3rd year, leopards were functionally extinct in the core territory. The forest was safer. The group was breaking. Then M7 disappeared. No body, no conflict signs, no leopard activity. He simply moved outward, into forest with no observers. The group never recovered cohesion. They behaved as though protection still existed, as though safety was permanent. There is no resolution, only an archived photograph. M7 on exposed rock at dawn, facing nothing, waiting for something only he could see coming. This was not an isolated event. There are other systems breaking quietly, other patterns forming without permission. If you want to see them before they collapse, subscribe.